Happy 2026. I can't even believe that I'm saying that. It feels unreal. Welcome to the Midwest Makers podcast. Another thing I truly cannot even believe that I'm saying. This has been a dream of mine for so long. It's been something I wanted to do for years. It's been on my vision board. It's been on my someday list. It's just been living in the back of my mind for so long. And instead of overthinking it any longer, I just decided I wanted to go for it and see what happens. I've always been the voice note queen. I've been recording myself over the last few years, talking through lessons I've been learning, ideas I have, and for a really long time, I thought maybe this could help someone else too. So this is my little test episode, my episode 0. I'm just kind of putting it out there. I want to see if anyone wants to listen in. I'm just letting myself try something new without needing it to be perfect and without needing a plan. I don't know if you can relate, but that's something I need in my life. If you're new here, or maybe you don't know me yet, hi, I'm Kenna. I'm the co-founder of Midwest Fragrance Company. And alongside my business bestie and my husband, Doug, I've spent the last 6 years building maker businesses, starting with our own candle company, which we grew from a hobby into a 6-figure business. And that journey is actually what inspired us to start Midwest Fragrance Company to begin with. One thing about me is that I genuinely love building businesses. I love the mindset side of things. I love the strategy. I love growing pains. Sometimes I don't love it, but deep down, I really do. I love figuring it out as I go. I just love all of it. I am obsessed and I'm not even a little bit ashamed about it. And over the years, I've just learned way too much not to share. And so that's really what this vision for this little podcast is for me. I want you to think about me as your business bestie in your pocket. I want this to be a place where I can share the lessons I've learned, things I wish someone would have told me earlier, thoughts that I have that maybe will just help you feel even just a little bit less alone while you're building something of your own. My hope is that by just sharing the realness without pretending to have it all figured out, because I certainly don't, I hope that maybe you'll pick up something that might help you grow too. And if something doesn't apply, just let it fly. That's what I always say. A huge theme in my life lately has been realizing what I talked about earlier. I don't need to have it all figured out to move forward. It doesn't need to be perfect, and I don't need to have a plan. So honestly, starting a podcast out of the blue just for fun felt like the perfect way for me to embody that. I'm not setting a schedule for this. I have no idea how often episodes will come out. I just want this to be something that really just comes from my heart, something that I do because I'm excited about it, not just something to check off my to-do list. I am just ditching the pressure, and I just wanted to say that out loud so that I can give myself full permission. So today, for this very first episode, I wanted to talk to you kind of about this whole concept of mindset, because in my experience, it's where everything starts. And it's one of my favorite topics to talk about and learn about. I think when people think about growing a business, they usually think about things like marketing or products or systems or social media. And all those things are super important, don't get me wrong. But what I've learned is that mindset is equally important and something that I just don't think is talked about enough. Most of the time, when something feels hard or super heavy, it's not because you don't know enough. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's because of what's happening internally. The perfectionism that I spoke about, comparison, waiting to feel ready, telling yourself you're behind. I spent so many years believing that I needed to fully understand something before moving forward. And that belief just slowed me down every single time. And I wanted to share with you what shifted for me recently. I think this past year, I stopped asking myself, do I need this perfect plan? And I started asking, can I just take one step and adjust and figure it out as I go? And that's what I really lean into, that mindset of I'll figure it out as I go. And I trust myself to do that. And I know it's really scary and crazy, but I think if you just start doing it, it just starts happening for you. It's been incredibly freeing. I feel like decisions have felt so much lighter. Progress has come so much faster. And I just realized how much pressure I've been putting on myself for every single move to mean something. I think one of the biggest mindset shifts for me and little mantras that I've been using over the last several months is it doesn't need to mean so much. And I just say that about everything. I'm just like, oh, the social media post, it doesn't need to mean so much. It's fine if it doesn't look perfect. Oh, this label's a little crooked. It doesn't need to mean so much. It's fine. Not every single decision is permanent. Not every move has to be perfect. And not every step is meant to prove something. If building your business has felt heavier than you expected, I really just want you to hear this. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. I think that for so long, that's how I felt. Truthfully, what it is that building something real stretches you. It brings up doubt. It brings up fear. It brings up comparison. And a lot of people, I think they quit not because they failed, but because they internalize that discomfort as a sign that they shouldn't keep going, that it means something's wrong or that something's bad. And I just want to challenge you in that to say, if you're feeling uncomfortable, is often a sign that you're growing, not that you're failing. Confidence, it doesn't come before action. It comes after you take it. And that's why I'm sitting here doing this podcast. I'm not confident. I've never done this before. I feel silly. I have imposter syndrome that comes up, but I'm just going to take action and do it scared. And I know that confidence will build as I keep doing it, as I get more reps. That's what happens every single time I try something new. That whole idea that you need to be ready in order to move forward, it's just a trap. Movement is always what creates more clarity. Recently, I wrote a blog that talks about building a maker business that's successful. And I talk about these 4 main areas: mindset, marketing, product strategy, and systems to make things easier and to save you more time. In this episode, I really just wanted to zoom in on that first one, that mindset piece. I'm going to link that blog so that if you're listening, you can maybe go check it out, maybe bookmark it for later. I think it's going to be something that throughout this year, I continue to add to and build out for you guys. Because we truly want to be your business bestie. And we believe that when you succeed, we succeed. Helping you grow and being a part of your journey it means everything to us. As we continue to head into 2026, I hope that you are able to just give yourself some permission to think differently, to build differently. You don't have to overhaul absolutely everything. You don't need to have this crazy perfect plan. You don't need to feel confident before you start. You're allowed to be right where you're at. You're allowed to learn as you go and change your mind and figure it out as you go. If you're here and you're listening to this, I just want to give you the biggest hug ever and just tell you that you are just incredible. And I'm so proud of you. You're doing really hard things that most people never even try to do. And I've been there, and I just know exactly where you're at. And I just want to hug you and I hope you can feel my hugs through your phone. Thank you so much for listening. I would love if you could give me some feedback or thoughts, or if you have questions or topics that you want me to talk about. I would be all ears. Well, there you have it. That's a wrap on our first ever episode of the Midwest Makers Podcast. We are cheering you on every single step of your journey, and we cannot wait to see what you create next. Okay, love you. Bye.